Whoa, wait. Your night was filled with bad dreams. You saw faces drowning in rapid waters. It takes you a few minutes to shake the feeling. Alright, well... God, I don't know. You know what? Maybe just for the hell of it, I'm going to do day 28 as well. This is going to be for Iroh's 5th date, which is actually at Saji's house. Minimum requirements are like 48 or 49 motivation and 50 buff. Now, I don't know... I really don't know what's going to happen, but... there is a chance that we could get the tragic ending here. Which, as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to be trying for first. And, well, I guess I'm going to keep doing this. Okay, Saji is here. This is Chief Kawase. We need to talk about Iroh. I've made a terrible mistake and need to explain things to you. Come to my house soon for Iroh. Okay, well. Yep, so this is for Iroh's 5th date at Saji's house. Okay, and well, the only thing that I can remember for getting her bad ending is to not have enough luck. Yeah, I don't have enough luck to save her. From what, I don't know yet. Especially just because I'm glancing at that really quickly. You drive to Chief Kawase's house, the drive to Chief Kawase's house is treacherous. The rain is pouring in buckets, and you hydroplane several times on otherwise unremarkable roads. The storm roils overhead. Thunder rumbles every few seconds, and the wind is blowing trees nearly sideways along the coast. Yeah, this sounds like a freaking hurricane. Or at the very least, a powerful tropical storm. When you finally reach Saji's place, he's waiting outside for you. Away from the flash of police lights, he appears much more elderly, less menacing. He signals for you to park and come inside. As you enter, you hear him bark from the kitchen just out of sight.
Shoes off!
The order hangs in the air for a moment, but is followed shortly after by...
Please, remove your shoes.
Okay, well... yeah, at least try to be a little nicer to me. When you walk inside, there's a pot of tea with 2 teacups set out on a table. Saji is sitting already, like a grim statue of Buddha, his expression made of stone.
Sit. We will speak.
You do as he instructs, sitting opposite to him, waiting for him to make the first move in the conversation.
Thank you for coming to speak with me. It must not have been easy making the journey.
Because of the storm? Nah, it's fine. It was a tough choice. Another traffic stop like last time and I would swear off driving. Doing the right thing is never hard. What must I say? Doesn't matter.
Yes. It turns out I am not a very good traffic enforcement officer.
Well, don't quit your day job.
I will leave it to better men and women next time. First, I must apologize.
For nearly threatening me and then making me break your daughter's heart, and now she probably hates my guts forever.
When we last spoke, I suspected you were a bad person.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did catch me being a womanizer, so I mean, I can't totally fault him for that. And especially being seen with Alice D and Cassie. So that's another thing that would kind of, sort of known criminals being around them.
I mistook your actions with my daughter for taking advantage of her. I believe now that I was wrong.
Okay, then.
I'm still not very sure what exactly you're up to.
Well, I can't tell you even if I wanted to. Otherwise, I'll probably end up dead like the last person who tried.
But I spoke with Eli and with Detective Swayhander.
Alright, so... Huh. So I guess... Did Eli kind of come up to bat for me?
Whoever you are, whatever you're doing, I'm now convinced you are only trying to protect Iro.
That's right. But now she hates me and she never wants to see me again.
I am sorry. I was foolish and only succeeded in hurting Iro.
Things would have gone more smoothly if you hadn't completely terrified me. Yes. Apology accepted. I'm afraid I can't just let something like this go. No, why don't I just be a little honest with him, although this would have been my next choice.
Yes. Something forced my hand that night, and I acted in desperation.
And by the way, that choice didn't matter either.
I will tell you what that was. You need to know.
Well, at least according to Detective Schweihander, I already have some ideas that your whole family is in danger.
Right now, Iro is not answering my calls.
Yeah, well, she even told me don't look for me.
She is not answering calls from Eli, or Kari, or other friends.
Man. That is not good news.
She is hiding from the world, and she is hurting. And right now, this behavior is more concerning than ever. What has Iro told you about her mother?
She's never mentioned her, which is a total lie. Iro doesn't speak very much about her mom. Well, Iro told me her mother passed away. The anniversary of her passing is soon. This is what you want to say.
Yes, I see. That alone shows me that she must trust you deeply.
Yeah. She was even here saying that she doesn't really talk about it to too many people.
Iro's mother passed away when Iro was very young. And the circumstances were very tragic. Iro was there when it happened.
She said that her mom drowned right in front of her.
No, I cannot speak of these things. You do not need to know this to help Iro.
Then tell me what I do need to know. Or what you're actually supposed to say here. Tell me everything, Mr. Kawase. Iro's life might depend on it. So yeah, as much as I really don't want to make you have to go through this right now, but if Iro is in danger here, then we need to know everything here if we're gonna help her.
Yes, I will tell you everything.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to make you hurt any more than you already are, we gotta do this.
My wife, her name was Rain. She drowned when Iro was only 6 years old.
Oh god. So she was only a little kid when that happened.
Always, Rain loved surfing, She was world-class, professional. On the day she died, she and Hiro had gone to the beach to surf the monster waves.
So pretty much like right now, you know, the whole humunga dunga thing.
Every year, the storm comes. Every year it brings waves. Every year, the waves call to rain. I was home. Eli was only 3. I hate surfing.
So Eli wasn't there. At least that much we can confirm. So it was just Rain and Iro that were there, at least.
But Rain would take Hiro. Tell her to watch Mommy. Show her how to surf the monster waves. Always, Hiro would surf with her mom. But during the storm, never. Family friend come to watch Hiro while her mom is surfing.
Okay, so she wasn't completely alone. Or, well, it wasn't just them two alone.
But friend becomes distracted. Stops watching for a moment. And... well... Rain drowned, saving Hiro from the waves. And Hiro blames me.
Because you weren't there to help? Wait, why would she blame you? Maybe because he wasn't there to help? I don't know. These next 3 choices do not matter. So... well, actually, the next 5 don't matter.
No. Because I brought danger to our family.
How? How would you... how does that work?
During this time, I was not police chief. I was detective, working with Superosa PD's drug task force.
Was that the case that Fumi was talking about?
I was much younger then, very handsome. That is how I married Hiro's mom. My partner and I had successfully busted major drug ring, bringing down many powerful criminals. As a result, my partner and I received many threats. We are going to kill your family. We are going to take your children. Your family will pay for what you did. Many, many threats. But they did not stay threats. 1 year after our major bust, my partner went missing. Just gone. Like that. Never heard from him again. Case is cold.
He was probably abducted and then murdered.
Me? I was very scared for my family. I told Rain we should move, but she was fearless. She did not want to live anywhere but Superosa. One day, we are arguing about it. I tell Rain how guilty I feel that I put her and the kids in danger. Only Hiro overhears this. And now she thinks her daddy is bad. That he makes it dangerous for his family.
Sorry, I don't understand. How does that make you responsible for your wife's accident? So Iro's mom was actually killed somehow by criminals? That's the only thing that I can think of. Because, I mean, otherwise, it sounds like it was just like a literal freak accident. And not to mention, if Rain was like a good surfer, you would think that she knows her way around the water. So then how would she have drowned so easily? At least that's the kind of thing that I'm thinking here.
No, that is not what happened.
Okay, well, so then please tell me what did happen.
But it is true in Iro's mind.
Huh. I mean, Iro did say that it's his fault that everything bad happens to her.
I am called by search and rescue. I leave Eli with neighbor. I rush to beach as fast as I can drive. When I get there, they have pulled little Iro from the water. She is okay. Also, they have pulled my rein. She is not okay. Iro is screaming and crying. When I run to her, she is so mad at me. She tells me it is my fault. She is hysterical. When everything is over, Iro did not speak any words for 2 months. Many therapists work with her. They say she is traumatized.
I think so.
She is heartbroken. And she never forgives me. But I think it is because the truth is too haunting for her to look at.
That it was her fault? Makes no wonder it's so difficult for her to talk about.
Yes. No wonder.
Painful memories. We found all 5 of Iro's secrets.
Now, every year, on the anniversary of her mother's passing, Iro gets more and more reckless.
Well, from what I read about her tragic ending, it seems this is going to possibly be one of the most reckless things she's going to do.
She tries more racing her motorcycle, jumping off tall places, dangerous stunts, fighting.
Man. I don't see why, though. Like, I mean, if you think about it, would her mother want her to be doing all this in the first place? I don't think so. I don't know what is going on in her mind when she does any of that stuff.
And this year, I think she will go surfing.
Because of the monster waves.
When the monster waves come.
Yeah.
But Eli tells me that when you showed up, Iro stopped so much these dangerous things.
And now that I'm out of the picture, she's back to doing all that again.
That she talks more love and happiness. And that she would not go surfing after all. And I have ruined it. So, no matter what you think of me, will you please go to Iro? Will you check on her? Will you try to undo my mistake?
Yes, of course. I'll try. If I do, it will have nothing to do with you. Well. Okay, these next 2 choices still don't matter.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Eli said he dropped by Iro's beach house, but no one was home. I will still check there first. When Iro is sad, she does not stray far from her garage and her CrossFit. If she is there, maybe she'll show herself to you. Good luck. My Iro was very lucky to have met you.
You could almost say it was fate. I'll do my best. I'll start there. Don't reach out to her in the meantime.
I do not believe in such things.
IRL, I kinda do. But, well, fine.
But if you can't help her, be safe.
Alright, here we go. The drive to Eero's beach house is somewhat less treacherous. The downpour relents a little, and you don't feel like your front-wheel drive car is going to float away in a flash flood. Oh god, that would be terrifying. Even so, it takes you twice as long to reach Eero's beach house. You step out of the car into an intense wind. You rush to Eero's porch and knock loudly on the door. Okay, just to be safe. After several minutes of knocking and calling her name, you start to look around the rest of the property. And quickly find Eero in her garage, sitting on the floor, sadly leaned against her bike. Okay, well, not including that random downtown event, this is the first time we've seen Eero in, well, since the last date we were on.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm not home right now.
Can I leave a message? You must be one of her brothers? Are all you rainbow-haired and insanely attractive? Hey, can I be not here too for a while? Okay, this is... Yeah, now the choices are going to start to matter.
No, only Eli. So, I'm sorry I punched you. I feel really terrible about that. No matter what happens between us, no matter what happens between me and my father, you didn't deserve it. You can probably guess that there's a deep problem between my father and I.
Yeah. I kind of have.
But no one should have to deal with it other than me. I believe the moment any person puts their hands on another person in anger, they've lost the argument. If you're hitting someone, it's to defend yourself, or defend others who can't.
I can agree with that completely. The moment you're trying to hurt someone in blind rage, then... well, that's just something that I can't forgive.
It's not for getting anger off your chest on someone you actually care deeply about.
So then do you still care deeply about me?
I hope you will forgive me.
I forgive you. It sucked. You clocked me good, but I forgive you. I just want to say that it can't happen again. I won't let violence quiet me. That was a punch. Orderly, we have a badass over here. Oh, brother, that's what we have to actually say. Ira looks shocked for a moment. Then a small wry smile appears for just a moment on her face.
You're a bastard, you know that?
Yeah. And I am an asshole.
I felt a sudden need to smack talk and defend my right cross. You're really good at getting in my head. I'm glad we're friends. Well, I'm not sure what we are right now, but I'm glad we're not enemies.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know what it makes us anymore.
But thank you. That's the weirdest apology accepted I've ever heard, but thanks. Okay, I think I've got the whole picture.
You do?
We can go our separate ways now. Don't worry about me. I'll get over this. I always do.
Tell me why you're sad. I can't leave you alone until I know the truth. I deserve to know the truth. What are you hiding? Oh my god. You're holding on to something. I think you've been holding on to it for a long time. Tell me what it is. And yeah, this is what you're supposed to go with. Ira looks up at you, surprised, or looks up at you, surprised. For a moment she starts to speak, but can't manage any words. You can see anger and hesitation and fear all flash across her expressions. She gets mad, balls her fists, but remains quiet. At last, she takes a deep sigh.
Yeah. You're right. You're probably the most observant person I've ever met.
I have been told, IRL, that I'm very observant.
Since I dragged you in, I'll tell you. When I was a lot younger, I used to spend a lot of time with my mom. She taught me how to surf, how to skate, how to do everything that I love. Back then, my father was a very serious man. He didn't show much affection to his family. He was very, very harsh with his sons, especially Eli.
I would hate to imagine how that was for Eli. If I think about how my father was with me for apparently not acting enough like a man, well, I would really like to hope that he didn't have to go through anything like super traumatic himself.
He was always very busy with work. A policeman, going after very dangerous criminals. One time, he solved a case that brought many, many people to justice.
That drug bust.
Powerful, wealthy people. People with ties to the community. People with ties to the government. He was hailed as a hero. But the consequences of his work were that his family, us, always felt we were in danger. We got letters and messages that said they were going to kill us. Strangers on the street would tell my mom that she was going to be killed, that I was going to be taken away.
What the fuck? Why? Ugh, people like that just really make me... I don't like people like that at all.
It got so bad that the police asked my father to go into protective custody. But my mom refused. She was very attached to this town, to the ocean and the forest here.
Yeah, that was what he said, more or less. That she did not want to leave Sabrosa.
She didn't want to be chased away.
She wanted to stay right here where she felt like she belonged.
And she was the only one that made us feel safe. She was my hero.
She sounds really cool. But something did happen. This choice doesn't matter.
Oh wow, she was wicked cool.
Yeah, she totally sounds that way.
Take my guns and Eli's charm, and that was my mom. I didn't realize it at the time, but the fear did have an effect on my mom.
So she wasn't as fearless as Saji put it.
She became more bold with her thrill-seeking. She started drinking more.
Oh no.
And I didn't realize it back then, but she was becoming depressed.
Well, I mean, when you're 6 years old, a lot of that stuff doesn't really dawn on you, so... Like, I never realized what my grandmother was going through when I was younger, and I was 12 when she passed away. And it wasn't until much later on in life that I finally kind of understood, like, some of the things that my mom would do for my grandma. Stuff that didn't really make sense to me at the time. It's like all these years later, it kind of makes sense to me now. And then I would end up having to do some of those things for my own mom in the last few weeks of her life. So it kind of makes me think, like, is this what you were going through as well back then? Is this how you felt with your mom the way I am right now with you?
Which finally resulted in her taking the ultimate risk. Something she had wanted to do since she was young, but knew was too dangerous. I think I told you about this tropical storm going on. It hits Sabrosa every year.
The monster waves.
And every year, it brings these incredible waves. Huge monster waves. The kind professional surfers dream about.
The one that I jokingly refer to as Humungadunga.
And when the conditions are right, you can indeed surf them. But there are conditions where you shouldn't. When the danger is too high. When the storm is too intense. And my mom decided to surf in those conditions.
Do you think she was intentionally reckless? And no one stopped her? This is what you have to say here.
No. My father didn't know anything about the surfing.
Yeah, and well, he said that he wasn't too much into it.
No one who saw what happened was as experienced as my mom. How could they second guess her? My mom brought me and a friend along when she went surfing that day. She wanted me to see that fear couldn't stop her from doing what she loved. And she went out in the water just as the other storm surfers were coming in. Just as things were becoming much too dangerous.
These next two choices apparently don't matter. Did the waves get her? What happened next?
This is where it's hard to remember. Things happened so fast.
And you were only 6 years old at the time.
I remember being worried for my mom. I could tell she was afraid. She had this look in her eyes. The same look she got when people told her she was going to be killed. When they told her I was going to be taken. She went out anyway, and I remember cheering for her. But at some point, I lost track of her. The waves were so large, and the water was so choppy. And I was worried she needed help. I remember I got so afraid that I started calling for my dad. It got to be too much to handle. So when my babysitter was distracted, that's when I grabbed a surfboard and ran to go help her.
Nobody stopped you? You went out in the ocean? But you were what? 6 years old?
No. If they tried, I didn't notice them. And that's where my memory gets wonky. I remember my mom and I on a surfboard, but the surfboard getting ripped away by a wave. I remember holding on to a life ring by myself. The weird rubber feeling on my arms, and the rope line hurting my fingers. I remember my mom's hand. And her voice. I remember my dad coming when it was too late. And that's all I can remember. I was so mad at my father for making Mom so scared that she disappeared into the ocean. For failing to save her. For not crying at her funeral. And I've never forgiven him.
You said you remember floating on a life ring. Where did it come from? You didn't take one surfing, did you? And now, you get a reminder every year. This is the one you're supposed to go with.
No, I didn't, but I'm not sure why that's... I mean, my mom didn't bring it out. She was a lifeguard. She swam all the time with that. The life ring. I do remember holding on to it. That's what I was holding on to when... Oh no. The life ring. Mom had it. She must have gone to shore when I was... Oh no. Oh no.
Hiro jumps to her feet in a panic. A deep dread washes over her face and makes her pale. She turns to run. You grab her arm. Hiro, stay calm. Hiro, tell me the rest.
No! It can't be! I didn't mean to! No, 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 no! Where did the life ring come from? Why did Mom have it? I didn't. I killed my mom.
Hiro's stare becomes hollow. If you don't make the motivation checks, Hiro will drive off. And you'll have to make a lucky check or get a bad end. Well, I'm not sure if... Well, there's a chance I may actually not get that ending then, but, well, that's the least of things right now. She hangs over the abyss. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and make a save right here. Okay, so this is the right one. But then I guess... Let's go ahead and... Well, for the sake of completion and just to see if this is what gets that ending... Don't say that. It was just an accident. But yeah, you're supposed to say, Hiro, it wasn't your fault.
No! It can't be! It wasn't... I didn't mean to. Oh no. No.
Hiro pulls away from you, jumps on her motorcycle, and speeds off without her helmet. Yeah, she's not thinking clearly. She yelled at that one idiot for driving off without his helmet, and now she's doing the same thing. As you watch Hiro disappear from sight, you're startled by the sound of a voice behind you.
Hello, stranger.
What are you doing here? You turn and see Liliana step from behind the wall of the garage. Her hands are in her pockets.
Don't try anything. I'm armed. I need to tell you something. Something you earned. Something that will get me in trouble for telling you.
I'm kind of in a hurry right now.
Your rainbow girl? She's the police chief's brat.
Oh my god, I did not know that. I'm so stunned by this information that I did not know about.
And the people I work for, they want him to suffer. They've been planning something for a long time. So I snuck into your rainbow girl's garage this morning and messed with the brakes on her motorcycle.
Oh god.
You've got 5 minutes to catch her.
She tosses you a set of keys.
Take my bike. Your car is too slow.
Why are you doing this? We'll settle this later.
I trust we will. Now go.
Yeah, although... We're doing this because of the bad ending, so... We're not gonna settle anything later, but I'm just here like... Who knows, maybe she feels sorry for me. Liliana's motorcycle tops out at around 180 miles per hour, and you manage to catch up enough to Iro to spot her, pulled over, putting on a jacket. The storm overhead surges, crackles with lightning and thunder. The rain comes down in bullets. She continues on and turns her bike up the road to Rose Mountain, her biking skills vastly superior to your own. Even so, you continue to gain on her. The two of you weave through the forest roads, Iro unknowing she's being pursued. Finally close enough, you wave your arm, trying to get her attention. You see her check her mirror. But just then, as she goes to slow into a turn, you see her bike fail to slow. You see her lay the bike on its side in a sudden desperate need to slow, but it's too late. She and the bike both skid off the road and fly down an embankment. You pull over and rush to the embankment. The drop is at least 20 feet. It would take a miracle to have survived. Climb down and trust that there's been a miracle, which we're not going to do. I hate that I can't. Well, I can, but because I'm trying to get all these endings, I hate this. We're going to climb down and prepare for the worst. You slide down the muddy embankment as quickly as you can. Iro is lying almost 40 feet from the wreckage of her motorcycle. As you approach, you see a lot of blood. She tumbled badly through the tree branches and isn't moving as you arrive. A branch is sticking out of her stomach. Oh my god. Remember how I said that this one in Cassie's really, really messed me up? This is why, right here. I saw this and I was just here like... You gingerly touch her and she stirs. She opens her eyes, though it takes a moment for them to focus on your face. She smiles.
Hey, it's you. Something went wrong. Is my bike okay?
Better than you. Iro, don't move. I need to get help.
That's too bad. I put lots of love in that bike.
You fumble with your phone and call 911. You tell the dispatch where you are and tell them to hurry with an ambulance. As you're talking, Iro looks at you concerned. She touches your face.
I'm sorry. You sound so scared. I didn't mean to crash.
Well, it's not your fault. The bike was messed with.
Don't worry. I'll be okay.
Sounds good. Have you ever crashed before? To stay awake.
Okay. That sounds... Oh. Actually, it sounds hard, but I'll try. Hey. Just in case something bad happens. I need to tell you something. I really liked being with you. See, I had this plan. I was gonna go surfing. Like my mom did. And then maybe the waves would take me too. But maybe they wouldn't. I just wanted to leave the choice to them. and maybe I would finally feel better. But you made me feel better first. I think maybe I love you.
Then we'll figure this out together. I love you too, Hero.
That's good. That makes me happy. Don't be sad. I'm going to see my mom. And I'll tell her all about you. But promise me, you'll tell Eli I love him. That's important.
You'll tell him yourself. Hang on, Hero.
Eli helped me. And you did. I love you both. Okay, that's good. I'll see you around. Is my bike okay? I didn't mean to crash. I'm sorry.
Hero closes her eyes. Before you even hear the ambulance, she has died. And like that, one of the ones you need to protect is gone. There is nothing to be done, and the darkness consumes you. Yeah, so either stop her from driving away, or obviously choose having enough luck. I don't know if maybe I can go back. Well, yes, I can go back. And she's gone. I mean, what I was going to say was I can go back and maybe show off those other endings, but for the time being, let's do the one where she doesn't speed off. So we're going to tell her that it wasn't her fault.
I did! I went out into the ocean! It's my fault she's dead!
Iro tries to pull away from you, but you hold her firm.
No! No, what did I do? She was okay! She got away from the waves! This is all my fault!
Either choice 1 or 2.
No! Let me go! I killed my mom! I killed my mom! Oh no! Oh my god, no! Please!
It wasn't your fault. Well, that's kind of a lie. She did get hurt. And of course I redid that. Iro stops trying to pull away from you. She begins to sob.
Oh, Mom! I'm so sorry, Mom! I'm so sorry!
You hold Iro, gently hugging her as she cries into your chest. She sobs, balls her fists against you, and lets out years of anguish. And lets years of anguish pour out of her. Her tears soaking the front of your shirt. When she finally stops, time itself feels like it freezes. The storm outside abates, and only the constant churn of the waves outside can be heard. It's impossible to tell how long that moment lasts. Until finally, she speaks.
How could I have forgotten? How could I have missed something so important? I've been so mad at my dad all these years for driving my mom into the ocean. But she made it back. She must have. And then she went back out for me.
She saved you, but then she couldn't save herself in time.
How?
Sometimes we forget things to protect ourselves. It was a hard truth you had to face. Don't blame yourself. You were a kid. No one could have expected you to deal with trauma like that.
I guess I was keeping it from myself in a way.
Well, kind of like the other one was saying, but that wasn't the right one.
Transferring blame. And my father, who never cries at funerals, became my long-term scapegoat. Where do I even go from here?
Honestly, I think one thing that you ought to do is try to talk things out with him. Maybe not now, but eventually. Soon. However long it would really take. I don't know.
How do I pick up all these pieces?
Just take it one day at a time. Everyone who cares about you is ready to help, including your father.
Including you?
I'm not the one you need right now. Maybe someday, but not right now. No. Including me.
I can't tell you how much that means to me. I know our time together is short. I know any day now I'm going to lose you. I know the future is foggy and scary and isn't prone to letting people be happy.
You got that right. If it were, then I'd probably still have, like, my mom, my aunt, my grandfather still here. Maybe even Darlene, but obviously that's not the case.
But you've helped me so much. And when I'm near you, I feel this electricity inside of me. Before circumstances interrupt us, before life finds a way for me to mess things up again, I promise, if the answer is no, I won't be hurt. But if you want to, I want to.
No, not because I don't want to, but because you can trust me. And right now, well, what you're supposed to do, kiss Hiro. Hiro kisses you back. She puts her hand delicately on your chin, and you wrap your arms around her waist. After a few moments of kissing and embracing, she pulls away. Hiro goes to her motorcycle and sits down, smiling softly. She pats the seat next to her, inviting you to sit. You do. Time melts away as the two of you share the bike, holding and nuzzling each other as you listen to the rain outside. It's a quiet, intimate moment that makes you feel closer to her. Later, after a long time spent in warm silence, still embracing on her bike, Hiro kisses your cheek softly and says,
I should let my family know I'm okay. They've all been worried about me. And I need to call my dad. I suspect things are going to be complicated for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Would you make me a promise. Promise me you won't leave town before saying goodbye.
I really don't even want to say goodbye, but I don't know. Like, I guess if it were up to me, we could have a happy ending, and... Well, unfortunately, in order to have a happy ending with all of the girls here, we would have to have some kind of crazy harem thing going on, and I don't see that working out.
I just want to make sure I see you again. Hopefully on a calmer day. Will you?
I have many things to do between now and then, but I will try. I promise.
Thank you.
And there we have it.
I'll see you again.
Yes, you will. Iro kisses you and you make your way back to your car. As you drive off, you have an immense feeling of victory. And you know, with uncanny certainty, man, I've never heard that word before, let alone pronounced it, that Iro is now safe. One of the destined maidens is safe from harm. Time for the rest. Well, I guess that's technically 2 down and 3 more to go. The storm is not yet over. Alright. Now we can say that her mood is lovey-dovey. Well. Yeah. You know, at this point, I'm not even sure if... I may end up chopping this video in half somewhere, just because I'm kind of on a roll here, so... I don't know, let's see. You awake to the sound of a large branch snapping outside. It lands on the neighbor's car, but misses yours. Perhaps that's a good sign? Or perhaps it's a good sign. Ah. Even though I have no idea if any of this matters anymore. Unless I need to have over $50,000 to do anything. Okay, so now... Yeah. So I might just do this since... Day 29 appears to be very short as well, but like I said, I'm gonna see how I edit all this. I'm not going to make this into a stupidly 3-hour-long video, but... Yeah, if anything, I'm kind of recording this in the way I used to do some DDLC mods, where I would record long sessions and then have a batch of videos. But anyway, for Elle's 5th date, what you need to have is 59 motivation, 79 suave, and 54 buff. Which, as you can guess, none of that matters to me anymore. Hello. So I'm not sure if you've looked outside recently, but the weather outside is rather frightful. So your company would be more than delightful. And we're not going to be like, since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, are we? No. If you'd like to get together soon, let me know. I would definitely love the company, if we can make the trip safely. Take care. Well, right now, this is all I have to do, so... Yeah. So even if the video is going to be over 3 hours long, well, at least this session, don't worry, I'm going to probably just find like a stopping point in the middle of days 27, 28. As you're getting ready to leave for Elle's house, an extremely loud blast of thunder rattles the house. Well, so much for the weather not being so frightful. Quill has taken refuge under your bed, along with several loads of laundry for good measure. You open the front door to peek out and are surprised to see garbage cans and shopping carts tumbling down the street like leaves. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's all being washed away. The wind is howling. The sound of branches breaking fill the air as well. And even the shocks on your car whine as the gusts push it on its side. Man, be careful that it doesn't flip the car over. I won't be surprised at this point. The storm is now on the verge of becoming a full hurricane. That's what I've been saying this whole time! An earlier report said the main storm would make landfall tonight, but it appears to be earlier than expected. It looks very, very likely that a drive would be a bad idea. Just as you're considering your next move, suddenly your phone rings. It's Elle. You answer.
Hello, sweetheart.
On call with Elle. And yeah, pretty much identical to the phone you have in Crush Crush.
I just noticed that it's raining pretty heavily outside right now.
Yes, and that it's like almost the end of the world out there.
Also, a tree across the street fell down. There's a truck underneath it.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad sign of things.
If I knew truck brands, I would make a joke. Because the tree sure made one of this truck.
Yeah, maybe it was a Toyota. Okay, no. Well, I mean, there was that time when they had like all their trucks or most of their trucks recalled because of brake issues, but anyhow.
Anyway, I'm absolutely terrified of the thought of you driving on the roads right now, and wanted to make sure you weren't actually thinking about coming.
I mean, I would have been, but then, like I said, it's the end of the world outside! Or, I don't know, maybe the game pro tag still feels like, nope, I'm coming over!
So, I would really like to know what's going on, and how it'll involve you staying safe.
Okay, well, let me just see here. Alright, this is actually what you're supposed to say. It's just a little rain, Elle, and wind. There's wind, too. And it's the end of the world! Well, I'm not sure. Weather seems like the worst reason to cancel a date. But what about if it's life-threatening weather? Like a freaking hurricane. Oh, thank you. I was just finishing up my... It's like, okay, I'll leave this to Quill, and then I'll leave this to my mom, and... No.
I understand completely. I often second-guess whether to cancel my plans to go to the farmer's market if it's raining a little. But in this case, I'm fairly certain the farmer's market isn't even open now. Too many farmers blew away.
ATM! ATM! Okay, no. No, this isn't a tornado, but... Yeah, and the farmer's market is probably drowning. Oh my god. Okay, and I'm just looking to see here. Apparently there's a few ways you can get some bad endings from this point.
So maybe we too should change our plans, like the proud and noble farmer. Sorry, I'm just joking because I am genuinely afraid for you. Do you think maybe it would be best to change our plans tonight? We could try a remote date, talk on the phone, or switch it so we can see each other. Or just reschedule to tomorrow. Tonight is supposed to be the worst of it. We can just pretend tonight is tomorrow.
Huh?
What do you think?
Alright. See, I'm gonna leave a few slots there. Okay. Choice 3 leads to a bad end. And choice number 2 will lead to another bad end if... Okay, I'm not reading that. I want to see you. I can handle it. Trust me. I suppose we can try doing stuff over the phone. There's just a few things we might miss out on. Orale. On second thought, let's just reschedule for tomorrow. I'm going to go hide underneath my bed with my cats. Alright, so I'm going to do the bad stuff first. So, yeah, let's go to choice 3.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I'm going to watch some TV then and head to bed early. But I'll be thinking about you tonight. Give your kitty a belly rub from me.
Don't worry, I will.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night. You spend the rest of the night with Quill, dangling a piece of string and watching her bat at it. You're becoming increasingly aware of how titillating it is watching a girl in kitty ears genuinely pretend to be a cat. I have no idea what Quill... Well, not even Crush Fumi could figure out what the deal was with Quill, so... As you fall asleep under your bed... you fall asleep under your bed in a nest of your own laundry. At some point later, the doorbell wakes you. You hit your head on the frame of the bed, quite surprised that it's there, then stumble out and make it to the front door. The doorbell rings again before you open the door. From the sounds of it, the wind has stopped. It's Detective Fumi at the door.
Hello.
Yeah, this brings me back.
I've just come from the scene of an accident. I came straight here.
Oh, great.
I know that you're close with one Eleanor Reed, correct?
Yes. What happened?
There was a freak accident. The hurricane-force winds swept through her part of town, and they tore a tree in her yard from the earth. The tree crashed straight into her bedroom. I'm sorry to tell you. She was killed instantly.
I wouldn't even want to see that. Fumi hands you a photograph.
We're just in the process of alerting her next of kin. But I knew the two of you were close. So I wanted you to hear it from me. If you require grief counseling, please alert proper medical professionals immediately. I have to go. Take care.
Fumi walks back down the path, climbs into her police car, and drives away. Okay, well... Yeah, so this was actually a different ending from the one I was privy to. You feel cold. Yeah, I think this could only be described as a freak accident. Like, how in the world would you describe a tree being unearthed from the ground and then just colliding with the house? And imagine if the plot twist would have been if this was the tree that her grandmother planted. I don't think so, but... Looking at the tree that killed her... The tree with the birds... Are you kidding me? The family tree. I just finished saying that it would be ironic if it was, but it probably isn't. Now you're telling me it is. It seems fate got impatient. You grow numb and barely notice as the darkness comes to punish you for your failures. You got a bad tree ending. Looks like you need to face the storm and make sure you're by her side. And now Elle is gone. Okay. This might be the bad ending that I'm privy to, so we'll see. So now we have to go with choice number 2. I suppose we can miss out on doing stuff over the phone, blah blah blah.
Oh, that's a wonderful suggestion. And actually, I have some ideas.
Okay, like what?
I warn you in advance. My ideas are always ridiculous, and they never work.
How bad can it be? I said as if I were tempting fate.
But hopefully you'll be able to iron out any bumps you see in them. Yay! This will be fun! I promise. Okay, here's my idea. I was planning on a little surprise tonight, though perhaps it won't be so surprising once you hear what it is.
It's not bungee jumping, is it?
I really wanted to take a bath with you tonight.
Okay, well. So I guess we're actually going to try out her fantasy date setting thing that she told us about.
I bought these fancy soaps and cute little drinks so we don't spill in... Well, you get the idea.
Alright, well. Let me see, since I'm doing choice number 2. Alright, well. I don't have to worry about that then, so... I guess none of these choices are going to matter up until a certain point. You want to do a remote couples bath? Cute! Sounds like it'll be pretty challenging to do over the phone. Yeah, no kidding. But Elle, if you take a bath when I'm not actually there, you might fall asleep. See, that's what I'm worried about. Well.
Yes, I thought so too.
Well, I guess we're just gonna play through, even though I know this is gonna end in failure. Or, I don't know, maybe it won't. Or, well... what I mean is... I mean, yes, I'm going to be purposefully trying to aim for failure here, but I don't know if there would have been any way to turn this around, like with Eero. But we'll see.
I mean, it might actually not be cute. It might be weird and uncomfortable.
Well, some people might think it'd be weird. That's for sure.
But my understanding is that's basically what couples do.
Yes, it's kind of like what I said in that video. It's a common sort of thing that couples do.
They try things. See what's weird and uncomfortable. See what's not.
Yeah, kind of going back to my whole spiel about, you know, listening to your partner's wants, needs, desires, and trying to, you know, go through them together.
Here, I'll tell you more about what I'm thinking. For the last 2 weeks, I've been deciding that I want to stop doubting myself.
And that's good. She shouldn't have to be living with all this uncertainty about herself.
I want to try to be a braver person. I don't have episodes as often as I used to, and many times I can feel them coming on. I've spent so much time not doing what I want because I'm worried about the danger. But as a result, I'm not doing much of anything.
You're not living your life the way you'd like to.
If I had let my fear stop me, I would never have said yes when you asked me out. That one very brief, very small moment of going for what I wanted brought you into my life. And so, who knows what else is possible? What wonderful things I've missed, but what others may be out there for me. Does any of that make sense?
Completely. I read you loud and clear.
I practiced in front of the mirror a bunch to try to sort wound up brushing my teeth without meaning to.
Elle, it makes perfect sense. Your speech sounded great. Elle, you've become so confident. I'm proud of you. I highly endorse this hell of a plan.
Well,
Like I said, none of this matters anyway, because I'm gonna end up failing.
I have to talk myself into this, you see. It doesn't come naturally, so I have to get some momentum behind this sort of behavior.
Makes sense.
I'll call you in a few minutes. I'm going to go fill the tub. Go fill yours up too.
Elle blows you a kiss and then hangs up. Here we are again. You step into your bathroom and begin filling the tub. Quill comes in at one point and stares over the brim at the water with contemptuous regard.
This bath better not be for me.
No.
I just had one today. And I don't want to lose precious kitty oils. Natural, essential kitty oils.
I don't even want to know.
I'm out of here before you get any ideas.
Once the bathtub is full, you find a house coat to wear and dress down into it. Just as you're tying your robe, your face-to-face app alarm starts ringing. Ring, 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 phone call, phone call. You accept the call. It's Elle. And, yeah, this totally feels like it could have been a crush phone fling thing. Oh my gosh, she's not wearing her little face mask thing. I almost don't recognize her. Elle appears on screen, already in her bath.
Hello, sweetheart. I was chilly, so I jumped in as soon as it was done. Oh, I really love your robe. It looks very fetching on you. Are you going to undress for me?
I'm wearing a bathing suit, but yes. Welcome to the gun show. Can I just quickly say that you look amazing in the water? Okay. Yep, take off your housecoat and show off your bathing suit. Like I said, none of this matters in the end, so... You grab a towel and climb into the bathtub. Elle cheers.
Yay! Great job.
So happy. Once the two of you are settled, you and Elle banter back and forth, flirting for a while. Elle takes a rubber ducky toy and does a ventriloquist act for you on camera. It's very cute to watch. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Okay, well. The two of you laugh and joke and share stories for almost an hour. Just when the water is starting to get a little too cold and needs a refill. Suddenly the lights go out at Elle's house.
Oh no. I think the power went out. The storm is really howling over here. That's weird. It looks like the light in my bedroom is still on. I wonder if...
Oh shit. Suddenly the call is dropped. Redial Elle, text Elle, wait. You try calling Elle back, but the app rings and no one picks up. After 7 minutes and 19 seconds, you receive a flood of rapid text messages. You can't have her. She's mine. She's promised. Mine. Forever. And this is it. You receive a picture of Elle face down in the bathtub. cloud of bloody water around her head. If I can't have her, no one can. Apparently, if you call Fumi... Well, apparently you're not supposed to call Fumi to get this ending. I hate making the wrong choices, especially when it comes to things like this. You run straight to your car, stopping just long enough to grab your keys and race down the road to the storm. The image of Elle dead in her tub is burned into your vision. You see it everywhere you look. It consumes all of your senses, her pink hair afloat in a sea of red. You don't see the tree you crash into, nor the pavement you hit when you're ejected from the car. Darkness comes, and it is especially cruel. If you're going to, if you choose to avoid going to Elle's house, you're going to need help, and Elle may be able to snatch the situation from Failure's jaws. Okay, apparently, well, whatever. So now we're gonna do this the right way. We're not gonna just blow her off and let a tree come crashing down on her house. And... well, we're not gonna avoid calling Fumi. In fact, we're gonna avoid that situation altogether. So we're gonna be like, I want to see you. I can handle it. Trust me.
Oh, goodness.
Yep, that's right. I'm gonna be trying to go through the storm. And hope that I don't die.
You're really going out there? Really, really?
Really, really?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be worried sick. Okay, just to incentivize you and inspire you to make it here safely, I was hoping maybe we could, take a bath tonight? I mean, like together. A bath together. See you soon.
Knowing that the drive to Elle's house... Why did I read that as Elle's hell? Or something. Knowing that the drive to Elle's will likely kill you. Yes, because I've seen that timeline. You decide to jog instead. Okay, well. After all, you always see reporters out in storm like this getting blown over from hurricane force winds. Why not you? You hear that, Sophia? I'm doing this for you! Yeah, I have no idea if Sophia's ever going to make it into Crush Crush. What would normally take about 10 minutes to drive and maybe 20 minutes to jog takes you over an hour. Well, yeah, because it's the end of the world. But you make it. And you flip the Storm the Bird on your way to Elle's door. Ha! Screw you, nature! Not today, Satan! Okay, well. More Grayskull plays for you. When you knock, she throws open the door right away. She's wearing a towel and looks incredibly concerned.
Oh my gosh, it took you so long. I was so worried.
Oh my god, Elle! You're not wearing your face mask thing!
Did you run here? Oh, were you getting my messages? You're freezing.
You are giving me messages?
Oh, let me take your temperature. We might need...
Elle, need hot bath. Or just kiss her. Oh, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You scoop Elle into your arms, kissing her with all the swagger you can muster. She responds with reluctant eagerness, letting you kiss her. and adding more to my already ridiculous swap stat. When you finally stop, every inch of her face is blushing, and she breathes a bewildered sigh.
Phew! Well, it seems that you're feeling alright. That's very good.
Alright, here we are. Is that a picture of her and Dorian right there? Wow, this place looks so fancy. Elle takes you by the hand into her bathroom, where you see a fancy clawfoot tub in the middle of the room. Is that what those kinds of tubs are called? Well, the more you know. She leans over the tub to turn on the faucet, and you can hear her quietly humming a happy tune to herself. As the tub fills, Elle returns to you and smiles. Okay, I was here like, am I reading this right?
May I?
Go to the bathroom? Oh. Okay. She shyly touches your shirt and you nod. She laughs nervously and then takes your arm and wraps it around her.
Ready?
No. She takes you by the hand and the two of you very carefully climb into the tub. The water feels hot against your storm-shocked skin, but as you immerse yourself in, everything begins to relax. The tub is just large enough to perfectly hold both of you. Elle reclines back in her towel, reaches for your hands, and wraps them around her. Then she sighs happily.
There. This is where I always wanted to be.
It lives up to the hype. Sigh back. I mean, this could have been a first date, just so it's... Oh my... That'd be moving a little too fast, though, not gonna lie. Okay, you want to say that it lives up to the hype.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like you too.
Okay. Over the next hour, you and Elle take turns washing each other. At one point, she finally whispers to you, I like to whisper too. I want what you want. Do you know what I want?
If you'd rather just relax and be here, that's okay.
Okay, this tells me to do something completely different, so we're not doing that. Yeah, a lot of blank spaces there because, well, yeah, I'm probably gonna try to show those off in maybe like another video. Alright, well, this is the closest thing I can see that matches what this guide is telling me to do. Show affection to Elle. Alright, well that worked. You draw her against you. She turns back and kisses you. Then over your shoulder, she shoots you a playful grin. She scoops up a handful of water and splashes you with it. The next while is full of laughter and innocent water fights. Afterwards, with Elle held in your arms, you both relax and listen to the rain and wind outside. And we're not going to have any trees falling down on us, are we? Or a crazy obsessed brother come in and be like, she's mine! Just then you hear the front door open and someone call for Elle. Oh shit! It looks like we are!
Elle? Where are you?
We're totally not here in the bathroom, and I'm not here with her, if that's what you're thinking. Elle sits up in the bath, startled.
That's Dorian!
Yes. Oh boy.
What's he doing here?
Well, I can tell you one thing that he can possibly do. But, well, now that I'm here too, he can possibly drown me.
Quick! I don't want him to find you here like this. Quickly hide behind that screen.
Okay, well. You do as she instructs, quickly ducking behind a large folding screen at the end of the room. You hear Dorian coming up the stairs.
Elle, are you here? Are you sleeping?
I'm in the bath, Dorian. Why are you here? It's too dangerous outside to be visiting anyone.
Yes, have we not established the literal hurricane out there?
I was worried about you, and I needed to speak to you. You're having a bath. That's... Well, speaking of safety, why would you do that? It's very clearly on the too risky list.
I know, Dorian. I've taken precautions. Listen, why don't we talk later? I'll dry off and get dressed. If the storm calms a bit, I'll come up to the estate. I'll make us tea.
It can't wait, Elle.
Oh boy.
I'll just come talk to you,
Dude, seriously?
and then it'll be done.
Dorian, I'm not decent.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Here.
What the... Okay? You know, it's kind of creepy how this is the only thing that still is... Like... This still has, like, the most color out of everything. Everything's just kind of darkened. Anyway. Dorian reaches into the bathroom and shuts off the light.
Now your dignity is intact.
Before Elle can protest, Dorian enters the room. Elle places her hands defensively over her breasts as Dorian walks into the room slowly. Man, though, I'm just here like, what is wrong with you? In the moment of tense, awkward silence, a branch snaps off a tree outside, sounding very much like a gunshot. Oh my god, no, don't say that.
Gosh, look at you, Elle.
Dude, seriously?
When you moved into Mother's old house, I recall standing in this room, wondering what a shame it was. The tub, I mean. I recall thinking this beautiful clawfoot tub would go largely to waste, given that you couldn't. Well, given that such bathing required at least a chaperone. And here you are. You've changed so much in the last few weeks. It's astounding.
Yeah, this is starting to sound a lot like the talk that him and I had before.
Dorian, you shouldn't be in here. It isn't appropriate.
Yes, thank you. You're invading her privacy.
What? You mean you being naked? We've seen each other naked many times, Elle. Do you remember the nude beaches in Ibiza? Or the sweat lodges Father used to take us to?
I don't want to know about any of this.
Where is all this coming from? This hostility? You've been acting strange since my birthday. Throwing me into the water, that gift you got me, completely out of character for you. I'm worried, Elle. I'm worried something is influencing you. I'm worried someone may be taking advantage of you.
Dorian, listen to me. I am your sister. I am a grown woman. So you need to leave. Right now.
He didn't like that very much.
I know that this is the doing of that promiscuous asshole you let into our house.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what you think of me.
I told you already. They've been seen going out with a dozen women.
I was going to be here like, hey, I've only been out there with 4. 5 if we include Quill, but you'd have to be like spying on me to see that. Well, no, there's Bonnabelle and Alpha. Nobody's supposed to know about Fumi and...
One of them is a known criminal. Another is the police chief's daughter. What does that sound like to you, Elle? Does that sound like the actions of a good person?
Well, he does apparently know that I'm a womanizer.
Thank the goddesses you aren't intimate with them. Who knows what plague you could catch from a person like that?
The goddesses! Okay, well... Signal Elle encouragement. Okay, you're supposed to apparently do this. Admirable. You inspired Elle to stand up for herself. Even if standing up, I couldn't read all that. Elle sees you, her eyes momentarily flicking in your direction, but she makes no other movements. Elle stands in the tub. The water surges around her, dripping from her body, spilling over the edge. With the added height of the clawfoot tub, she now stands slightly taller than Dorian. Okay, she's literally standing up to him.
Dorian, I am not your property.
You tell that asshole. You tell that asshole as many times as you need to.
I am not a doll for you to dress. I am not a pet for you to bring to heel. I am your sister, and that is all I am.
And nothing else.
And every bad thing in my life is your fault.
Like the fact that she has that brain damage. That was your fault. Elle steps out of the tub, one arm holding up her towel while the other levels an accusatory finger at Dorian.
You are going to leave me alone now, forever. You will not call me. You will not visit. You will travel far away, and you will lose my number and my email, and you will not speak my name. Now leave.
You go, Elle. Elle turns her back and gingerly snaps back into the tub. And steps back into the tub. Dorian stands in stunned silence. So complete is his bewilderment that for an entire minute he can't even turn toward Elle. You see rage spark on his face, a grimace of wrath, petty and exposed.
Now you listen to me. You are a barely functioning, disabled, ignorant ingrate. This family has done more for you, sacrificed more for you, than anything anyone could call reasonable.
Elle closes her eyes, turning away from Dorian, and lays back as though returning to her bath in earnest.
Goodbye, Dorian.
Bye, asshole. Feel free to let the door hit you on the way out.
I am not finished. You have done nothing but demonstrate that the allowances made for you have led you down promiscuity and ruin.
Goodbye, Dorian.
You stupid, slow, clumsy bitch of a sister.
If I weren't hiding right now, or if I weren't supposed to hide... God, I'm just here like... Well, I mean, obviously this is Elle's moment here, so... As much as I wish I could tell him off, well... Like I said, this is her moment, her defining moment right now.
All I have ever shown you is more kindness than you deserve. More loving patience than you ever earned.
Was that before or after you caused her harm with a blunt object to her head?
Goodbye, Dorian.
And if you think I'm gonna let you throw your life away for some casual hookup, You're mistaken.
Goodbye, Dorian.
I will see you penniless. I have power of attorney over your trust. I can direct your inheritance away.
Goodbye, Dorian.
I will take this house. I will have you remanded to psychiatric care. I will make sure everyone in this town knows you're a slut.
Oh, God. She is nothing like that. I can already tell you.
Goodbye, Dorian. Please turn the light on your way out.
And yeah, please let the door hit you on the way out. Dorian, for a moment, stands utterly dumbfounded. Elle continues to lie back, her eyes closed, as though relaxing without a care in the world. Dorian paces back and forth just once. You can see the anger and frustration building on his face. Then, an uncanny calmness comes to him. You see his face become tranquil. His eyes become distant and dead. He calmly reaches over and turns the lights back on.
Very well, sister. We shall burn our house and all our bridges.
I hope you don't mean that literally.
And call it justice. Dies irae, dies illa.
Grab Dorian. Elle, watch out, rush Dorian. Well, I still cannot pronounce this, but solvet celicrum in favilla. Favilla. And this is what you're supposed to actually do here. Even as you speak the words, Dorian has already moved to grab a vase from the fireplace mantel. Wait! Guy, did you lie to me? He moves with unnatural speed, but stops when you finally say the phrase.
What? What did you say?
Elle's eyes snap open, and she sees Dorian with a weapon.
Dorian, no!
Dorian drops the vase. His eyes look at you with terror and understanding.
They sent you.
He knows. Well, he already knows about the goddesses. So then, Dorian looks around the room in a panic. Suddenly there's a loud crash. The entire house shakes like a violent earthquake, and the lights flicker. You slip, nearly falling to the ground, but Dorian runs from the room. You chase after him into Elle's bedroom, and see that the entire wall has been ripped open. Oh shit, the tree. A large tree has fallen, crashing through the wall, crushing nearly everything in the room. Dorian leaps onto the tree and slides and slips down its trunk with unnatural dexterity. You run downstairs but hear his car screech down the street. Elle rushes to your side in a towel. She sees the damage to her room, but seems unfazed by it.
I can't believe he tried to hurt me again.
Yeah. Well, she's finally... I mean, she doesn't know that we know, but...
I never thought he would do something like that again. Hurting me would burn his entire world down.
Then why did he do it in the first place?
He's so much worse than I even imagined.
Yeah, well... well... I'm sure it's likely him who did it, but he also probably has murder on his list of sins to atone for. Sins of my predecessor, so to say. Or the death of my predecessor. Elle turns towards you and places her hand on your shoulder.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what those words you said to him meant. But I think you need to stop him.
Yeah. I have to stop him from whatever he's doing.
Whatever he's doing, I know that he's hurting others.
He's already killed a man. Who knows who else?
But you have to be careful. He has all these people working for him. Scary, terrible people. I think they're criminals.
Mm-hmm. And they're just as rotten to the core as he is. And I'm pretty sure that he was Harris's boss all along. Who knows, maybe Dorian bought him that suit.
And I'm not sure where he goes while he's working.
Yeah, he probably wants to make sure that you know nothing specific about that.
But for some reason, he's afraid of you.
Which is probably why he wanted to scare me off. Well, fuck him! I took his dirty money.
And that's the first time I've ever seen him afraid of anything.
Wow.
I'm going to get dressed and go to Bonnabelle's. She said if I get scared during the storm, I could stay with her.
Okay. At least that way she doesn't have to be here by herself, especially now that the house has been partially destroyed.
Dorian will have no idea where I am.
Good. And that way you can stay safe. And away from him.
Let me know when it's safe.
I will. She leans forward.
I love you.
Kiss her and leave. I love you too. Elle kisses you, then goes to gather her things. A short while later, Bonnabelle comes to pick her up. It turns out she drives a badass off-roading SUV. Canyonero, Canyonero. You decide your next move. Or you decide your next move. Nailed it! Alright. Only 2 days remain. You awaken with a sense of calm determination. Everything depends on today. Alright, well. Okay, well, I'm actually going to go ahead and stop right here. Yeah, I can just save over this. And well, ironic. I made some kind of reference earlier to Order 66 with what's happening to Mystic, and now I'm saving on slot 66. So it looks like next time, next session, whatever I do, I'm going to officially be executing Order 66. And, well, there's only 2 more days left. The 30th and then the 31st, so... Alright. Yeah, so... Yeah, this... If I were to upload this video as, like, a whole video on its own, it would be over 3.5 hours, so... I know... I would feel... Like, I probably wouldn't be able to watch it all in a day, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna make it a little easier, chop it in half somewhere. I'll figure something out, and... Yeah. Because I just feel like I want to get this game done, especially just because we are so close to the end here, and... A lot of secrets have come out. Like, apparently Dorian knows about the goddesses. And now he knows that they sent me. And he also knows, or he's also afraid of me. Probably afraid that I'm going to put a stop to him. And, well, I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to end up doing. Anyway, so, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with whatever else I do. Stay golden, and later, folks.